Welcome to the Acrobat Lounge.
Tips, tricks, and techniques for using Adobe Acrobat.
Here on the set of Dotto Tech with Steve and Steve discussing Acrobat, how it's going to make our lives better. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is how it's kind of redefining our workflow. A workflow that has evolved not through really science, but through just evolution of the way email has grown.
Well, you and I have been talking for years and years about the crazy things that people do to get their work done. And it used to be we fax things to our fax to ourselves to get a scan done. It's just the crazy things that we do now and did then. And now really it's around the crazy things we have to do with our email applications and how we have documents flowing in and out of our systems to try and keep these documents, which are the currency of our day-to-day lives, really, moving towards getting a project completed.
And what's happened is email has grown into just a big bin. A big bin where you drop all of the different documents you want to send and then send them through as an attachment from one person to another person. And while that seems convenient on the surface, in reality, when you look at how we use email, how we have email sent to our BlackBerry or to our PDA, we have POP and we have web email accounts. Using that as a document management system, which is really what we're doing now.
I think so.
It's ridiculous, and so we also try and make it more convenient in some ways. We zip files and zip files.
Big problems with zip files. I mean, yeah, we just sort of jam attachments into an email, send it over to people, and say, I expect your really good feedback on these documents by tomorrow because we got to get this thing going. It's just not fair. And zip files often get blocked by firewalls and things of that nature.
Or then I open them up on my computer and they explode all over my computer. I don't know exactly where they're being stored. I don't even know where. Frankly, I don't know where my computer half the time stores emails. So I certainly don't know where it's putting all the zip files. So anyways, we're creating challenges. And the big problem is we end up not respecting the person's time who we're sending them to because we're asking them to wade through the information to find the stuff that we could easily add structure to, or we're also doing them a disservice by you're going back and you're editing an old document because you happen to open an older email rather than the newest email. It's just fraught with issues. Acrobat 9 has a new tool in it that pretty much changes that world.
Yeah, I really think it's a big game changer, and email's not bad. Email is a reality. Email was profoundly impactful in the '90s, and we just think Acrobat gives you a lot of really great ways to continue to use what you're comfortable with, which is email, but use it in a far more productive way. And the first way, the thing I want you to know about Acrobat 9, or I want you to learn how to use, is something called portfolios. It's a very foundational technology to Acrobat 9, and it's really, really cool. Over the years, we've sort of packaged PDFs into a single PDF, and you can email it over. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it worked okay.
This is another level better. You can use native files. All kinds of good stuff can all be pushed into a PDF portfolio. So why don't we go take a look at how we would build one of those. So in the Acrobat interface here, we go to the Create menu. And again, you can see all the standard things that you're used to seeing about how to make a PDF, which is cool. And then you see something new. It's called Assemble PDF Portfolio. I'm going to take, this is the portfolio interface. So I'm going to add files. You can see in this particular folder, I've got sort of all the elements that would make up a pretty complex project, JPEGs and Excel files, all that kind of good stuff. And I'm going to open that. And instantly, I've created a PDF portfolio that's got lots of different files. Yeah, it's tiled, it's elegant, it's pretty straightforward.
Now, essentially what you've done is you've taken a project folder off your computer, which is fine for you. You've got them all, but you know what each of these documents contains because you're the author of all these documents.
Right.
But now you've taken them, and instead of sending them to me as just attachments that I have to work my way through by clicking on each one and opening, you've given me a thumbnail view of what they all are within a PDF document, a PDF enclosure.
Organized in a way that that's the first document I want you to look at, or that that I think that's the
You can reorganize them? You can reorder them?
Reorganize them. I can type in descriptions. I can say, read this first. I can literally type an annotation onto every single document in my portfolio, which is very, very cool. And there's lots of other things we can do here. We can, again, just work on the layout of the document or the sort of interface to the document, I guess you could say. So we can put a header on it. We can put a welcome page on it. So what if we just did a simple welcome page that said, we need, to complete this by November 1st. If my typing was faster, the show would be a lot more exciting. But, just simply, you can just add a lot of really cool elements to the portfolio.
So the structure and really the respect that you have for for your collaborators on a document, on a project, it comes through because you aren't offloading responsibility onto others, and you're not also taking risk that they're going to be looking at the wrong documents and those sorts of things. It's all there.
It's all there.
It's all laid out, and you've got multiple views you can look at as well.
The Excel files there, everything's right there. And again, as you were just saying, we can go back and change, choose a layout that's perhaps a little bit more modern and hip. This is the revolve layout, and you can see I can scroll document by document. This is, again, a very linear flow. When somebody gets that document facing, that's the first thing that you want them to do, which is really, really cool.
And the key is they'll be able to view this all in Adobe Reader, so they can view it for free.
Yep.
And they don't need Acrobat in order to be able to view it, so that that whole philosophy that Adobe has is the publisher, the person who's creating the content, publishes it in Acrobat. Everybody can consume it in Reader.
Stays the same, yeah.
So it stays the same. But you're basically giving me all the tools I need without taking any of the risk, and you're respecting my time. That's what I like about this. I think this shows tremendous respect for your collaborators' time.
I think it's a really good point. It's a very nice way to communicate with other people. And this is just the starting point. I mean, in the segments coming up, we're going to say, okay, we've made a portfolio. Now what do we do with it? There's lots of amazing things you can do with these portfolios.
So what are we going to look at next?
How to put passwords on them, how to publish them, how to email them to people, just how to use these portfolios as a starting block to a really decent way to collaborate with other people.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now because I know that we are changing people's lives with Acrobat.
Yes, we are.
Visit www.acrolounge.com and sign up to win one of 10 iPod Touches. Good luck!